Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
The American R&B singer Chris Brown has appeared in court today, charged with grievous bodily harm with intent in connection with an alleged assault at a nightclub in London 2 years ago. Our reporter Alison Freeman is at Manchester Magistrates Court. Alison, what more can you tell us about this case?
Well, Ben, as you can imagine, there has been quite a lot of media interest in the appearance of this very high-profile R&B star here at Manchester Magistrates Court this morning. The press benches were full and an overflow room had to be set up within the court for reporters and for fans. When Chris Brown appeared in the dock just after 12:15, he was wearing a black t-shirt and black tracksuit bottoms, and he spoke only to confirm his name, date of birth and address during the hearing, which lasted about 40 minutes. Now, Mr. Brown, who is 36, is charged with causing grievous bodily harm with intent at a nightclub in London in February 2023. It's understood that he arrived by private jet to Manchester Airport on Wednesday. He was then arrested early yesterday morning. He is currently on tour and is scheduled to play several dates across the UK over the next couple of months, 3 of those here in Manchester next month. The singer did not enter a plea today, and he was remanded in custody until his next appearance at Southwark Crown Court on the 13th of June. Ben.
Okay, Alison.
Wow, man. Guys, listen, man. Chris Brown not getting out of jail. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a easy exchange for him. Not right now. They've denied his bond. They basically saying that he's a flight risk. OG, are you hearing anything different?
Man, no, it's apparent. The DA told the court, well, they don't call the magistrate told the court today that she told the court that Brown had struck Mr. Dow with a bottle several times and allegedly chased him and proceeded to punch and kick him under attack on another side of the club. They got it on camera. And he's a flight risk, and they denied his bond. This is bad for black men right now all over the world. I mean, they taking out those celebrities, and man, everybody got a number. This is really crazy.
OG, they're not taking out celebrities. I told you the other day when I first talked about this, he should know better. He's been through a lot. This guy has got an opportunity that most brothers don't get. You keep giving him a pass like it's okay. It's not okay to go out here and throw bottles. It's not okay not to have your security and stuff right around you to where you can make sure that you don't get yourself caught up in situations like this. Man, these folks making too much money, moving too much around, not to think like they should. He was 33, 34 at the time. He's well, his navel, like my grandma would say, is well.
No, sir. He has he's just like, basically, you don't give the same litmus test to white folks that you get a brother. You make us try to feel like we're supposed. He don't have any. He's the smartest tool. I mean, he should have had security the same way. Nipsey should have had somebody else say that to that boy instead of him opening his mouth. But sometimes we talked about that earlier, the emotionalism of these young brothers. Man, he was raised with his mother, and this cunning white American or white British man then said something or did something slick that aggravated him instead of him taking it out the way he should. He played, it's something, well, I'm a man. You can't talk to me like this, or you can't steal from me. And he acted out compulsively. I believe that. But I don't believe that it's to a point where, he's a high yellow boy. He's doing what he has to do.
What does that have to do with anything, high yellow boy? See, I told you this yesterday, and when we first reported on this, and it ain't got nothing to do with no white or black, and it ain't got nothing to do with that. No, it don't. It basically is a man that have a great career, a great opportunity, compared to Michael Jackson and all type of stuff. One of the biggest patriarchs when it come down to R&B music today, and he's out here acting out outright crazy. He already had episodes back in the day with Rihanna. He got to stop, pull his pants leg up. He got mentors. You got older R&B singers out here. You got older performers out here. Men that he could have latched on to. Don't give this guy no excuse. No, he need to do better. He got to do better.
Let me say this. Let me say this. That, they say the older you get, the wiser you get, but it's the scarier you get. But let me pose this to you, sir, Mr. Einstein here. You're not a 6-footer. You're a little bitty man.
Yeah, well, I ain't tall, but I ain't tall, but
no. Let me tell you this.
Go ahead.
If a big Negro says something to you in your 20s and 30s, you get off quick just because you're a little man. And you ain't gonna let nobody just punk you. I know you, bro. You ain't gonna do that today. So it's some things that come on in the crowd, and you see most of the revolutionaries, most of the dudes that just like Colin Kaepernick, he stood up. Not a black boys, and they ain't gonna say nothing. They used to be in Sambos, but the yellow dude, he has to speak his blackness up more than anybody. He got to prove his blackness. You had to prove that you were as tall as these big dudes, and you had to fight harder than everybody else because you were a little shorter than us. That didn't happen?
OG, I'm almost 5'8". I'm almost 5'8", OG. I'm swinging hard right now. And what I'm telling you is that ain't got nothing to do with this man's opportunity. And
Wendy, you're offended because you're almost 5'8". If I come up on you, you gonna want to whoop me up.
OG, no, all I'm saying is, OG, this here is all I'm saying. OG, this is all I'm saying. This guy, I've met Chris Brown. I've seen him. I've been in the room with him. Yeah, he's a taller guy, but he's a slender guy, light-skinned, good-looking dude. Listen, good-looking young man. My sons, all of them look good. These young dudes look good. Young men, young women, they got a whole life ahead of them. But this man, he has made a terrible mistake with his anger. He should have, he should have fixed that a long time ago, OG. He had ample opportunity.
Did he hit you with a bottle when you met him?
No, he didn't hit me because it ain't. He already know not to do that.
When you met him, he was a nice, mild-mannered brother. That's the way he is.
OG, he has anger issues, and we're not gonna just pass right by that.
He don't jump around like Charlie. He don't mess around. You don't hear him hooping and hollering like Rat 100.
No, you right. You like it, and I did tear you up yesterday too, because I brought back in, I sent it to you, where you said about to check it in. Now, you got a little excited, but at the end of the day, I did put that in there, and everybody in the comments said, OG know he said that. Yeah.
No, I didn't say he had to check in. I did not say he had to check in.
No, you didn't say specific, but you had his name right there close to checking in.
I did not, and to my point, I said, I did not say that Chris Brown had to check in. I said the way he did money with the homies in Compton. I pointed out, and I used his name in relevance as entertainers, but I never was on your show or any place else and said Chris Brown had to check in.
OG, I'm not going to put that clip back in here today. I'm not doing it.
Put it in there.
I'm not doing it, OG. But listen, I'm going to get back on the subject. He went over there. I believe he knew that he had issues over there, and he had to, because he knew, and he went over there to take care of it, and it didn't go the way he thought it was supposed to go. That's what happened.
No, I remember one time when I caught a case in your state, and I thought it was over. It'd been a year since I had been there. And we don't do due diligence and find out, like I said before, we don't find out the things that we should find out. So I went back to Texas and got arrested. Like, what the hell? I thought this was over. No, it wasn't over. So, yeah, since they didn't do anything at the time that it happened, he thought, well, okay, he never knew dude wouldn't press charges on him.
Why wouldn't he? He got it on film. He got hit by a multi-millionaire. Of course he's going to press charges. Don't give me that, OG. You know better than that.
Well, he's there now. Let's talk about now.
Well, okay. Well, what's going to have to happen now is he's going to have to be patient, because I think it's saying June 6th. I mean, he's got a while to sit there. he got about another 3 weeks before he get to go back before a judge.
And he got a world tour now.
Right after that, some of the shows right there in Manchester where he's at.
Yeah, so he was, scheduled to go there, but why won't they put him on a monitor? Why are we so grievous and gonna lock him up until? So what is that gonna tell? An assault? They got murders over there. They got so many.
OJ, this man knew he had them problems when he went over there. I'm not gonna sit here and try to justify what he done.
You're gonna have to do better.
Oh, hold on. Let me read this. And you spoke on it a little bit, but the part that threw me off was she said the incident allegedly took place back in February 2023 during hearing in Manchester Magistrate Court. Prosecutor Hannah Nichols said Brown had committed an unprovoked attack with a weapon in a nightclub full of people. She told the courts that Brown had struck Mr. DIAW with the bottles several times. He then allegedly chased the victim and proceeded to punch and kick him in an attack caught on CCTV. Brown arrived at the dock flanked Brown by officials. His hair was bleach blonde and he wore sweatpants and a black t-shirt. So they got details. CCTV got him on candid cameras, man.
So you're telling me that just arbitrarily this man just socked him? That man was talking about Chris Brown's mama. That's something you don't do, man. And he hit him with a ball. He had justification.
I ain't no telling what he done, but he should have had his security tight and right in another country.
When you use the terminology unprovoked, that Yankee said something about that man's mother, and you don't talk about people's mama, bro.
Only thing he said in court is he confirmed his name. He wouldn't really talk in court, but did not. He didn't enter a plea, but he said District Judge Joanne Hurst said the alleged offense, this is judge talking, was too serious to be dealt with in her court, and sent the case to London Southwark Crown Court. So they moving his case. They moving his case over to another court.
Yeah, they moving it to, just like you get busted in Tyler, Texas, and they move it to Houston. It's a country town. They go into it, but they have some of the most gruesome murders in history in London, England, and they talking about assault, hitting somebody with a bottle. He even killed him. Them Yankees over there be doing some of the most egregious murders they ever had.
Yeah. It's been times when we at a nightclub and I done hit somebody with a bottle. I got hit with a chair one night, but I handled my business. When they hit me, it didn't even rock me. It didn't even rock me. But when I turned around and I was fighting by 4 niggas that night.
Okay, but let's not say I was handling you attacked somebody.
I didn't attack nobody. I was attacked. Some dudes tried to rob me. I was attacked. But then they didn't get nothing because I handled my business. But I'm telling you.
Accidentally.
What?
Accidentally hit with a chair.
Oh no, G, they hit me with a chair, OG. They were trying to get me.
So that's all right.
No, that ain't all right. I had to defend myself. If they'd have caught it on camera, they probably would have been on my side.
He was defending himself.
Chris, but the difference between me and Chris is the fact. Listen, he got a lot of money, a lot. And then to be honest with you, that night, I think that's the last night I come home, crawled in the bed. I said, man, you know what? I'm done going out to these clubs fighting these niggas. I was done with that after that. That was about 12 years ago, maybe 13. That's when I gave up my baton and said, you know what? I'm going to let my son, he 25, 26. I'm going to let him go out there and fight now. I'm tired. Yeah. Okay. So Chris Brown is 30-some years old, 36. He got to retire. Got to retire.
I've been retired.
OG, I don't want to hear that from you. Y'all active. It's not the same world. I don't put you under the same rules we under. Now what I'm gonna say is I hope this teach Chris Brown a lesson when he get out of this, because he will get out of this. I think they're handling him harsh because they know he got money and he's a celebrity. So they want to get some of them funds into the city. He gonna have to pay a little bit, but he gonna get out of this, I believe, just my opinion. But he got to change the way he doing things. When you go out of town, get your security to deal with your problem. Sit down somewhere. Quit trying to act like cause you tough, you can kick everybody butt. Yeah, it's a few dudes talking that you know you can whoop them. They look feeble, but at the end of the day, that's why I changed, man. I could never be that guy that go around here. So he got to change, OG, and you got to at least say that.
I'm gonna tell you a story J.O. Felony told.
Shout out to J.O. Felon, that's my guy. You introduced me to him.
J.O. say he was mad at Snoop. Him and Snoop got into it, and he went out to Snoop's house, right?
Right.
And he went out to Snoop's house, and when he went out to Snoop's house, he told Snoop, "Hey, cuz, we got to get down, right? We got to go in the backyard." So he said, when he walked up in the path on Snoop, Snoop told him, "Okay, cuz, that's what you want." So Snoop told one of his boys in the house, told him go out in the back and handle that. Oh, J.O. telling him, like, wait a minute, no, me and you head up. Me and you head up. He said, no, my partner. He said, man, I ain't fight. I come here to get at you. So I tell J.O., well, first of all, bro, if you beat him up, you'll be extorting him every chance you get. But if he beats you up, then you will sue him. No, I wouldn't, but the man got enough sense. I'm going to hire somebody to fight you. I'm not going to do it.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, OG.
Now, if Nipsey had that thinking, he'd be doing rap records right now.
Right, you're right. You're exactly right. I agree 100%.
Like you said, I'm and I hate to agree with you, but you got to do better.
No, I think he will. I think he knew that. Well, I can't say, because I told you the other day when I brought up the fact that they trying to sue him in Dallas, but I'm hearing through the grapevine that he didn't do nothing through that. When I interviewed my boy, he said they didn't even move on it. But at the end of the day, man, we just got to do something to help these entertainers for sure. They got a target on their back, man.
But this is what these OGs got to step up and be real men and control. One of the things that I liked about even with the dealing with Mike Tyson on his, sometimes you got to go and take a stand. If you're doing security, if you're doing something, you just can't go along to get along with these brothers. Some of them, because they got money, they want to, and you have to say, bro, no, that's not a good idea.
Man, I think that's where I value myself the most is it don't matter who you are. If you've been around me, it don't matter which one of them it's been. If it's been a thing where I had something to say, I didn't bite my tongue to say it out of integrity and structure because of what I've been through. And that's a good value to have. You got guys might come around you that got murder cases and everything else in this podcast world. People that might be running from the law. Anybody could call you. And you got to be able to speak to these people and say stuff that's going to take them to the next level and get them to where they can stop doing the ignorant stuff, bro. And you're right about that.
You have to have people around you that, I believe this. If you're a friend of mine, you ain't gonna let me walk around with a booger in my nose.
Come on now.
I'm gonna hurt your feelings. No, nigga, I'm gonna tell you, bruh, this is not a good idea. No. And I'm not gonna roll with you on this. Look, if you need it, let me go do it. Not you. Well, man, I can have my own. Why would you? I'd rather for you to bail me out than me lose my job.
You 100% right, OG. Guys, get in the comments, man. Chris Brown, bail denied. Me and OG done said a lot of stuff here. Some we agreed on, some we didn't. But we said a lot today. And to be honest with you, man, make sure you guys look at the, check this Just Hilarious video out as well, man. The OG comedians, they mad at her right now, man. You got to hear what they said, and the fallout is crazy, man. You got to check it out, man. But anyway, man, Boss Talk 101, man. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, man. And make sure you share it. Reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.